What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the endlessly edgy Dr. Disaster. And most people, when they see a massive calamity take place, they try to figure out how the heck do I make sure that doesn't happen to me. What people typically don't do, though, is look at that calamity and say,
that sounds good. I'll have that.
But apparently the idiots at Bungie are not like most people. Last year, they witnessed the catastrophe that happened to Concord along with all the rest of us. We all watched as that game, which took the better part of a decade to develop and which reportedly cost around $400 million to make, and that game was an absolute train wreck from top to bottom. It lasted just 2 weeks before Sony pulled the plug and refunded everyone their money who bought that thing. And I think most other game studios paid special attention to the things Concord was doing. Things like charging $40 for a hero shooter with butt-ugly characters. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of these modern game studios decided to rethink their own strategies.
Oh, hell no, I'm out of here.
Well, good for them, but apparently Bungie saw the same thing that everyone else did, and somehow they came to the conclusion that they needed to copy Concord's homework. We talked yesterday about how Marathon is bland and a bit ugly looking, but there has been some confusion about the price of that game. There are some conflicting reports about what it will cost. I've heard some people say $40, I've heard others say as high as $70, but the problem is that just like Concord, Marathon is asking a premium price in a world where the competition is free. Which begs the question,
why would I need you?
It is seriously mind-boggling how Bungie expects people to pay for a game like Marathon. The game looks like a bland imitation of what has been done before a million times by much more talented developers. About the only feature that I can think of that sets Marathon apart from all the rest is this here. Apparently, the game won't have proximity chat because gamers are too toxic for Bungie's liking. On the one hand, they apparently want this to be a social extraction experience, but on the other hand, they're not allowing a common, quite basic feature in communication. This really leaves us with only one conclusion about the people working on this game.
I have no idea what the I'm talking about.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. We have just passed by another subscriber milestone, so it is time to celebrate by asking the obligatory question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo! We now have 128,000 space pirate a-holes in this fleet of ours, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you suggested the Ebon Hawk from KOTOR, which, to be honest, it's amazing to me that this ship hasn't been added to the fleet before this, since the Knights of the Old Republic is one of my favorite games of all time. But anyhow, if you have recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section below and I will add them to my long list. And also, I added an alphabetical list of all the ships already in the fleet to the description of the video for your reference. But anyways, thanks for being here, folks. I really appreciate it.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Anyhow, let's dig into this situation with Marathon and Bungie. There are a couple of absolutely dopey things these morons are doing with the game, which I'm pretty sure are going to make Marathon struggle mightily. They may not hit Concord level numbers of failure, but the futility will be there almost certainly. let's first talk about this lack of proximity chat for the game, and then we will look at what Bungie thinks they can charge you for what looks to be a game that is nothing special in a sea of free competitors. We're going to read about the proximity chat thing in this article from Insider Gaming. It has been confirmed that Bungie's Marathon will not have proximity chat despite the developers wanting the game to be a social extraction experience. The news of no proximity chat came via a new interview with PC Gamer. Game director Joe Ziegler told PC Gamer that they don't have a solution yet when it comes to the toxicity that proximity chat brings to players. I don't think anyone really has a good solution to that just yet, because we're so dedicated to making sure that we're creating a safe space where we don't have players just flaming each other or doing terrible things to one another. I think we're not ready to invest in prox chat until we have a solution, he said. Let me just interject here and say that the solution is absolutely right there for anyone who isn't an intellectually stunted simpleton. It is technology that has been available since online play became a thing. It is called muting. If you don't like what people are saying, a player can mute other players, or they can just mute the whole damn chat experience if they don't want it. But for those of us who would want it, we are being deprived of it. The solution is elegant, efficient, and the best part is that muting already fricking exists, so they don't have to think of it. Proximity chat, though, is one of the most important features of online shooters. Removing it is sacrificing the vast majority in favor of the whiny tone police. Clearly, though, the developers of this game are a part of that tone policing group. And, as the header in this article says next, so it's not a social extraction experience? Even though, in another interview, the same guy said that's what they were aiming for. He said that they were aiming for a social extraction experience. Well, good luck with that, guys. Forget all the ugly characters and the slow-looking action. This game is screwed because of their own decisions to add very foolish limitations. And yet, despite all that, they want to charge us a premium price for this thing. As Grum says in this post here on X, Marathon is full price for a multiplayer shooter without a campaign. And then he quote-tweeted Pirate Nation, who said, Marathon is going to launch as a premium product, meaning players will be asked to pay full price, 3 maps at launch, and a battle pass. Well, the lack of awareness on Bungie's part to think that such a thing will work, especially after we saw what happened with Concord, this is astounding. 3 maps and no campaign, and at a minimum, the word is that they're asking $40. That is absolutely delusional. Why would anyone pay for that with Marvel Rivals sitting right there? And to top it off, the characters in that game, in Rivals, they look great. I actually give a shit about those characters, as opposed to the awful-looking robot runners in Marathon. This game may not end up flopping as badly as Concord did. It doesn't look quite as ugly, but man, they sure seem hell-bent on earning that nickname of Concord 2.0. I struggle to see this game succeeding. But anyhow, I'm gonna leave it there. What do you think about all this? Is Marathon doomed to flop in the same vein as something like Concord, or do you think it will have legs? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.